Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys two very simple and efficient Shulker farms that use Shulker spawners to get you a lot of Shulker shells very quickly. Now this does mean that you do have to have creative mode to get the mob spawner and also the spawn egg to get the Shulker spawner. But the reason why you would want this is for multiplayer servers, multiplayer realms, anywhere where you have a lot of players and very high demand for shulker boxes in a survival experience. I'll talk a little bit more about this later, but today we have two very simple farms. This is the fully automatic one that spawns the shulkers using the spawner, kills them on these magma blocks, and then collects the drops using this hopper minecart. And as you can see, we have gotten quite a few shells from this farm in a pretty small amount of time. Over here we have a fully manual farm that spawns the shulkers, makes them teleport to a wall, and then you can smack them with your looting 3 sword and get all the shulker shells in this box right here. And one of these two farms I'm going to highly recommend against building, and it's not the farm that you think it is. So before we get into further detail about these farms, if you guys could please leave a like on the video, that'd be very much appreciated. Also helps out the channel and lets me know that you guys want to see more Bedrock Edition tutorials. So with that shameless promotion out of the way, let's take a look at why you would actually want these kind of farms or this kind of spawner setup on your world. So there's actually two reasons. One is to maintain the multiplayer experience and also reduce the world size, and two is that the shulker loot tables are actually messed up pretty badly, and that is why one of these farms is absolutely terrible. So going out into the end dimension and actually slaying the shulkers does not provide you with nearly enough shells, and there's really not too many end cities on Bedrock Edition. They're very few and far between, meaning that if you have a lot of players on your realm or server, you're going to have a very large world very quickly. On the Whispercraft realm, my Bedrock fan server essentially, we have 50 plus members already, and that is a lot of players that want shulker boxes. So if you have anywhere near that amount of people exploring the end dimension, your world is going to get extremely large extremely quickly, and Bedrock Edition really cannot handle large worlds. Once you get a world about 1.5 gigabytes plus, that's pretty much it for your world. Bedrock Edition can't really handle that. So introducing a shulker spawner just helps out the multiplayer experience, helps people not die in the void and lose all their items, also reduces world size, and overall is just a very nice feature. So those are pretty much all the reasons why you would want to build this farm or have a shulker spawner in your world. So let's take a closer look at the individual farms. This first one here is a fully automatic farm. Literally all you have to do is stand here AFK, shulkers will spawn in the air, teleport down to these magma blocks, die, drop shells. The hopper minecart down below will pick up the shells and drop them off in this chest here. And as you can see, it's a rather efficient farm. You can get yourself a ton of shells very quickly. And that is pretty much all there is to this farm. There really isn't too much more to say about it. So design number 2 is just as simple. It functions on the same principle as that one over there. So this one, they spawn in the air. They will teleport to these walls over here because these guys always want to be on a block. Once they're over here, you can just smack them with your looting 3 sword through these cracks and the slabs, and that is pretty much it. And then all the shells go into the box right here. Not really too much to say about this one. I would not recommend building this one because reasons. I'll show you in a minute. But you might want to build this one to prevent a massive amount of shulker boxes on your world. This one can get you a lot of shells very quickly, and this one kind of, makes you work for your shells, which might be what you want, might not be what you want. It's really up to you. Just thought I'd show you guys this one. Not going to do a tutorial on this one, but everything is in, sectioned blocks so you can count everything pretty easily, and I will give you a good picture right here. You do need this glass in the middle, and that is to prevent shulkers getting stuck in these areas and not teleporting to either side. So make sure you got that glass in place as well. So why in the world would I recommend against building the looting 3 farm? Doesn't looting 3 always get you more drops? It's looting 3, it's supposed to get you more drops. Well, not always, apparently, in this situation. As I said earlier, the shulker loot tables are completely messed up, so killing 50 shulkers with a looting 3 diamond sword in survival, you get about 26 shulker shells, which is terrible. That's half. That is 1 shell per 2 shulkers, which is pretty bad, right? And that is why also the world size is a massive problem. Now, killing 50 shulkers on magma blocks also gets you about 26 shulker shells. I did this test multiple times, and that is the footage that is rolling right now. So yeah, there's literally no reason to build a manual farm. The shulkers don't drop that much experience. It's manual, and it is much bigger, bulkier farm that's going to take more resources to build. So that is why I would highly recommend against building the manual farm. Just build the automatic one, you'll get a ton of shells, you don't have to do anything, and you can go watch a movie or some YouTube while getting bunches of shulker boxes. And that is why you should not build a manual shulker farm, because it is simply not worth it in this update for time, effort, energy, or resources. I'm not going to be doing a full block by block tutorial of this farm because it is so dead simple. There's really not much to cover here, and it would just be kind of a waste of everyone's time. However, I will be going over dimensions and basic features of it, and also the materials list. So this is everything that you need to build the farm. Obviously, the glass can be any color that you like. You do need a mob spawner and also a shulker spawn egg, and these are just solid blocks of any kind. So stone, dirt, diorite, whatever you feel like. And yeah, so with that out of the way, let's move on. You do need a shulker spawner here. Put your shulker spawn egg in there. I'm just gonna have it empty for now because otherwise the guys are gonna be teleporting everywhere. So surround that entire thing in glass to prevent teleporting to it, and then go down by 6 blocks underneath the spawner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that is optimal distance to keep these guys out of the mob cap of that thing. And then you just have a 5x5 of magma blocks right here, and that is pretty much as simple as that to kill these guys. Around it, you got glass to keep in all the items, glass panes on the edges right here to prevent teleporting, and then beneath this is just rails and a very simple offloader over here, which really doesn't have anything to be said about it. There's just a lever right here as an off switch for when you are not using the farm, and that is pretty much it. So all these buttons that you see all around the place, those are just to prevent teleporting. They don't actually do anything. So anywhere that you have a solid block, make sure you got buttons on every single side of it. Right here we don't need a button because there's a glass pane. And that is pretty much as simple as that, guys. To get to the farm, just make yourself a very basic glass walkway out here. Glass is spawn proof and also teleport proof, so it's perfectly safe without any lighting or anything like that. So beyond that, it's just a really good idea to build this farm in the end dimension to prevent teleporting to other blocks and to other areas that you do not want shulkers. Also, it just makes sense to have to go to the end dimension to get shulker boxes, doesn't it? So build this out away from any islands and over the void, and that will give you optimal spawning conditions so that you don't have shulkers just teleporting everywhere. Anyway, that is going to do it for this farm video, guys. Hope you do enjoy. Leave a like on the video, maybe subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. Comment something nice down below, and I will see you guys down in the comment section and in the next video. Thank you again for watching. And then there was silence.